Hello guys, and today we're doing yet another model railway review. I know, 2 in 1 week. Aren't you lucky? Today we're reviewing a locomotive where not many have been made, less than 1,000 have been made as far as I know. So really they could be a bit rare, but they were made by a really good man who I've watched the videos for years. Today we're reviewing, if you can go back a bit, the Sam's Trains Gresley rocket. So guys, this is the locomotive today, and isn't it just unique, I should say. So this was actually made by Sam's Trains himself on his 3D printers. He did do a video showing the release, and these were available on Etsy in 2022. So I got mine for Christmas. These retailed for, I think it was £35 if I remember rightly. I have got screenshots somewhere of the listing, which I will put on screen now. But it is brilliant to think that this was made just by one person and a 3D printer. It's just amazing. So let's have a look at it in closer detail. So the thing that really differs this locomotive from any other locomotive in my collection is this at the back. You know, it hasn't got any side rods, it's got a propeller. Now this propeller may look cosmetic, but it is actually a functioning propeller, which I thought that's just fantastic. Now this reminds me of a locomotive which Triang produced in the 1980s, I believe it was, 1970s, called the Battle Space Turbo Car, which actually looked similar to this, but it was red and had a big yellow propeller on the back. However, this one, you can see Sam's thought very carefully about protecting the locomotive and us. So we've got this grate around the fan, so there's no way you can touch the fan. Whereas on the Battle Space Turbo Car, the fan was just open. And I've heard many stories of Battle Space Turbo Cars derailing off the track on someone's table and their fans smashing. So, but luckily, hopefully this will not happen with Gresley's rocket. So each individual locomotive actually comes with a character. Now on the service manual, which I will hopefully show later in the review if I remember to, it has the list of all the characters. So there's something like Gresley, and this one, which one I've got, is Hungry Dennis. And that is, I find that quite funny, that's actually brilliant. I don't really know what else I can say about this locomotive, but I'm just in awe of this thing, because this is just incredible. Now if you look under the locomotive, the wheels are all three running, and they are all pickups. They've all got pickups on, but obviously they're only tiny pickups, so you've got to be careful with it. You do got to keep this locomotive well cleaned. Make sure no dust gets into it, because it's only a tiny motor in there and that could ruin it. Which is why I actually keep mine in a little plastic case on my shelf to protect it. But it's just amazing. I'm going to put a link to Sam's channel here in the description so you can see him making these locomotives, talking about them. Hopefully you might even see his review, Sam. So if you speak to Sam, let him know about this review. So you can see where Sam got his inspiration for the name, Gresley's rocket, because this, the front of it is pretty much identical to Mallard and the other A4 class. You got the typical Bugatti style streamline on the front, and then the chimney, actually both chimneys has the, what I call the thumbprint at the back. But that's enough of me waffling on. Time to get this on the loud and see just how well it actually runs. So before I run this, I'm going to give the track a rub down with my track rubber, just to make sure it's nice and clean, because this thing certainly does not like dirty track. So here it is on the track, ready to go, and it does look quite stunning. So obviously, and I've had this model for, well, since Christmas, so there is really no point in me running it in, because it's already been running, so this is probably about as good as it's going to get. But normally I try a crawl, but I've got a feeling this thing can't do a crawl, but we can see how we get the fan going, I guess. There we are. See, the fan spins quite well. Could go slower than that. Oh, there we are. The fan's still going. Any slower than that? Nah. That's about as slow as it's going to go, I think. That's still pretty impressive. Oh, is it stopped? Yeah, the fan's stopped. There we are. So I mean, that is pretty impressive. Just standing there, watching the fan go around is quite mesmerising, really. But anyway, and the fan going the other way. Yeah. In fact, actually, it might even run a bit. Yeah, it's a bit faster running backwards, I think. Anyway, let's see if we can get this to move. So bring up the power. It's revving up. Any movement yet? How much air's come out the back of it? Oh, why? That's quite gusty. See if you can get any. Any more? Alright, there it goes. It moved. Let's try backwards. Oh crikey, that was straight away. Bit of a crawl going on. Oh, cut out. Oh, right then. So I think we should also see, oh, how fast it can go. So I'm going to reverse it down the straight and we'll see how fast it can go. You want to reverse it down, we'll see how fast it can go in reverse. If we can get to work, that is. Come on. I think running it statically for a bit, conked up, made it, there we go. That's decently fast anyway. So now we're going to bring it forward, hopefully the camera picks this up. This is full forward, conked out. It's alright. Come on. There we go. So bear in mind that it will build up speed over time as you keep it running, but still I think that's pretty impressive just for the tiny little motor that is in it. That's still pretty impressive, and given the fact there's no gearing, obviously that's just however fast that propeller's going is how fast the motor's going, which I find really impressive. But let's just get it going around the track a bit so you can see it running, and we'll just see how well it goes to the track. I think it will conk out, so I'm going to give it full blast, send it off around the track, and we'll watch it go. Come around again, and I'm going to bring it to a stop now. So this is full power, this is on 100%. So we bring it in for a nice gentle stop. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hopefully Sam will make some more productions of model railway items in general. This is the only thing I have that he made, but he has done things like balancing wagons and other wagons which all look amazing, and unfortunately I missed out on them, but hopefully Sam, you'll be making some new products in the new year, and I'll certainly be getting my hands on some of them. So, thanks for watching guys, and goodbye.